Most runners train harder every single week and somehow get slower. Let that sit for a second. You're out there grinding 5, 6 days a week, pushing through tired legs, sore hips, bad weather, bad moods, and your race times aren't moving. Or worse, they're going backward. And the most frustrating part isn't the exhaustion, it's the confusion. You're doing everything you think you're supposed to do. More miles, more effort, more suffering, and the clock doesn't care. Before we get into why that's happening, and exactly how to fix it in 30 days, if you're new here, welcome to Running for Health. Hit subscribe right now, leave a like, and drop a comment telling me where in the world you're watching from. I want to see Texas, Tokyo, Boston, Brazil, all of it. And if you want to go deeper with us, there's a link in the pinned comment to become a channel member. That membership is genuinely how we keep this channel alive and this content free. Okay, let's fix your running. Here's the truth that most running content refuses to say out loud. The reason you're stuck has nothing to do with how hard you're trying. It has everything to do with how you're distributing your effort. And there's a specific mistake that almost every recreational runner makes, one that feels completely logical, one that even feels virtuous, and it is silently killing your progress. It's called the moderate intensity trap, and there's a very good chance you're living in it right now. Here's how it works. You go out for a run and you push a little. Not racing, but definitely not easy. You're breathing harder than you need to, your legs are working, you feel like you earned it. That's about a 6 or 7 out of 10 on the effort scale. You come back tired but satisfied. You do the same thing tomorrow. And the day after. Every single run lands in that same uncomfortable middle ground. Not easy enough to recover, not hard enough to force a real adaptation. You are perpetually half tired and half trained. And your body has absolutely no reason to get faster. Think of your aerobic system like a construction project. Easy running builds the foundation. Slow, boring, not impressive, but essential. Hard running is the work that forces your body to upgrade its engine. Moderate running is like starting the foundation, getting tired, then starting the finishing work, without ever completing either. You're spinning. Your body adapts to the stress you give it, and if you always give it medium stress, it gets better at surviving medium stress. It does not get faster. Now here's the reality check, and I need you to hear this honestly. If you can run in full sentences on your easy days, you're probably still going too fast. And if your hard workouts don't genuinely push you into discomfort, they're probably not hard enough. Most recreational runners do everything at medium. Their easy runs are too fast, and their hard runs are too slow. The result is a training program that is uniformly mediocre, producing uniformly mediocre race times. That's not a character flaw, that's a strategy problem. And strategy problems have solutions. Elite endurance athletes, the ones who run sub-3-hour marathons, the ones who seem to get faster every year, train on a completely different distribution. Research consistently shows that roughly 80% of their volume happens at genuinely low intensity. Easy, conversational, boring, and 20% happens at genuinely high intensity. Hard intervals, threshold efforts, real discomfort. The middle ground you've been living in barely exists in their program. This is called polarized training, and it works because it lets you actually absorb the hard work. You cannot run hard sessions if you're chronically tired, and you're chronically tired because your easy runs are never actually easy. So let's talk about what 30 days of this actually looks like. Week 1 is going to feel wrong. You're going to slow your easy runs down dramatically. Slow enough that you can hold a full conversation. Slow enough that your ego sends you an angry memo. Ignore it. At truly easy intensities, your body develops mitochondrial density, the energy factories inside your muscle cells, that form the foundation of all aerobic performance. The slower the easy run, the more of this work your body does. Elite coaches have known this for decades. Your easy run isn't supposed to feel like training. It's supposed to feel like the thing that makes your hard training possible. Twice a week, you're going to run genuinely hard, not medium hard. Hard. The simplest format. 6 times 400 meters at your best mile pace, with 90 seconds of walking recovery between each one. Yes, walking. The walking isn't weakness. It's what allows you to actually hit the right intensity on the next repeat. If you're jogging recovery and grinding through reps that feel only slightly faster than your normal pace, you're back in the gray zone. Walk, breathe, go again. What happens in your body during these short, sharp efforts is completely different from your moderate runs. You're recruiting fast-twitch muscle fibers that easy running never touches. You're pushing your VO2 max toward its ceiling. That's your body's maximum capacity to use oxygen, and it's one of the strongest predictors of race performance that exists. You're teaching your neuromuscular system what fast actually feels like. And because your easy days are genuinely easy, your body can repair and adapt between sessions instead of just surviving until the next run. By week 2, you'll notice something strange. Your easy pace starts feeling easier at the same heart rate. You're covering the same ground with less effort. This is real, measurable physiological change happening in front of you. Your cardiac output is improving. Your muscles are becoming more efficient. The temptation here is to push the easy runs a little harder because you feel good. Don't. That feeling of ease is the adaptation working. Protect it. Week 3 is when most people start feeling fast. Their stride during hard sessions feels more fluid. Paces that felt brutal 3 weeks ago feel manageable. Add one element this week that most runners overlook completely: strides. After 2 of your easy runs, do 4 to 6 short accelerations, about 20 to 30 seconds at close to your top speed, with full walking recovery between each one. Strides don't add fatigue, but they maintain your neuromuscular connection to fast running, and they develop running economy, how efficiently your body uses oxygen at any given pace. 2 runners with identical VO2 max can have dramatically different race times because one runs more economically. Strides are one of the simplest ways to close that gap. Week 4, you run a time trial. Same distance you measured at the start, same honest all-out effort. You need the data because the human brain is bad at perceiving its own progress in real time. The number doesn't lie. And for most runners who've been stuck in the moderate intensity trap, the improvement isn't marginal. It's often a minute or more on the 5K because they weren't untrained. They had fitness buried under months of accumulated fatigue and a strategy that was spinning in place. The moment you give the body clean signals, real easy, real hard, real recovery, it responds fast. Here's the part I need you to actually hear, because this is what determines whether any of this works. The biggest obstacle to this protocol is not physical, it's psychological. Running slow on easy days feels wrong to competitive people. Walking during intervals feels like failure. 2 hard sessions a week feels like not enough. That voice in your head saying you should be doing more, pushing harder, suffering longer. That voice is not your coach. That voice is the reason you're stuck. Effort is not the same as effective stress. You can work extremely hard in a way that produces almost no improvement. You can feel terrible after every single run and get slower. Effort without the right structure is just fatigue. And fatigue is not a training plan. There is one more thing I want to mention because it gets the most resistance and it's the most important. Sleep. Your body releases human growth hormone, the primary signal for muscle repair and aerobic adaptation, in its largest pulse during deep sleep. Every hard workout you do, every interval, every stride, every demanding effort, the actual improvement from that work happens while you're sleeping, not while you're running. While you're sleeping. 6 hours of sleep after a hard session means you are partially throwing away the work you just did. 8 hours is not a luxury. It's the mechanism. 30 days. Easy runs actually easy. Hard runs actually hard. Strides twice a week. 8 hours of sleep. That's the entire protocol. The simplicity is not the problem. The consistency over 30 days, without compromising the easy days, without softening the hard days, without negotiating on the sleep. That's the work. Anyone can do this for 3 days. The runner who does it for 30 is going to see the clock move. Your next run is a decision. A choice between another moderate effort that keeps you exactly where you are, or a genuinely easy run that builds the foundation your hard work needs to land on. You already know which one to choose. And if you want to know what I would change if I had just 5 minutes with an elite runner, 3 specific adjustments that separate good runners from truly elite ones, things that have nothing to do with running more miles. That's exactly what the next video is about. You're going to want to see it. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Share this video with a running friend who's been stuck at the same time for months. And check the pinned comment for the membership link if you want to support what we're building here. See you in the next one.